Welcome to Daywave at night. To be fair, it's daytime somewhere. I wanted to do my first show now that I got all the art and I have the time, work out a few kinks, talk about a couple things, have a couple laughs. Mike is doing it, and I stole his concept and basically stole his name. Except for daytime. I want to do more daytime stuff. It's just so hard to be motivated in the mornings, and a lot of stuff happens during the day. And if you were listening to our main show, Revenge of the Sis, you would have noticed that we had a power outage today halfway through the show. So the power went out, and you guys got 45 minutes up there, and the power didn't come back till around 8:30-ish. So I figured out tonight's as good as night as any. So I'm going to talk about some stuff that maybe some stuff that Mike and I will talk about, but mostly stuff that, that I do on my own, kind of Rush Limbaugh it, without the hearing impaired problem. And yes, you're right. My Streamlabs is streamlabs.com/daywaveradio. I know the picture's incorrect because I'm an idiot. But the correct thing is streamlabs.com/daywaveradio. It is in the in the description, I believe. You will see it, and it's also at the bottom here. Thank you to Kazari, by the way. He's the one that hooked me up with the fancy overlay and stuff, and I got some stuff for you guys if you do donate. But yeah, I'm trying to see here what we're specifically going to talk about today. Let's see here. Alrighty. Hopefully everything works. Hopefully you guys are hearing me okay. I have my whole computer rebooted, so I had to set everything up differently. But no, I don't. By the way, Dennis in the chat, I don't go by Royce Diddy or like Royce. It's just Royce. But yeah, I did want to talk about a couple things, and hopefully I don't get too many drop frame rates and shit like that. If I do, I might have to fix a couple things, so bear with me. I might be going in and out. No, James Chaos in the chat, I am not in Singapore. I did see Donald Trump meet Kim Jong-un, and boy, was it a manly handshake. And honestly, he is such a Chad compared to fucking Kim. It's not even funny. But I'm not in Guam either, Western Echo. But if you want to donate, you can. It's streamlabs.com/daywaveradio. If you give more than $3, something will pop up. I'll see what you said and stuff like that. But I was trying to see what different stuff I wanted to talk about today. Let me show you my fancy little... here you go. Check that out. Huh? How you like that? It's dual screen there. It says Daywave with my Streamlabs and everything. And again, this stuff's only going to be on YouTube. So subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. But the first thing that I wanted to talk about was because I talked about this a little bit on the show, but it's South Beach, and it was Pride Parade in South Beach this week. Now, for those who don't know, I don't know how you don't know, but South Beach is the happeningest place in South Florida, which has gone to shit since I lived there. And it was the Pride Parade. So I figured I would play some stuff from the Pride Parade, analyze it, and I also have something else for you guys coming up too. It's the 500-pound beautician. So that's also very important, and we're going to talk about that. But yeah, I got some raw footage here of the Pride Parade, so I'm just going to play it, and we'll talk a little bit about it. And again, not going to be a full show, just working out the stuff. But here you go. So this is these are all the winners here at the 2018 South Beach Pride Parade. As you can see, they block off the road. And if anyone's ever been to South Beach, you know already what a mess this is. But look at this killer's row of people. Guys rollerblading in a unitard. And I skimmed through this already a little bit. And you're going to notice a lot. Oh, look, the officers. Huh? Earlier we talked about the UK. Oh, you think the UK is the only one that's cucked out? Oh, Miami's getting there. So we have the police officers doing their pride stuff. Now, by the way, I've said it on my own show and on the Revenge of the Sis. This is my own show. But I have no problem at all with gay people. I have plenty of gay people in my family. Never had an issue with them. My problem is with degeneracy in the broadest sense of the terms, which is basically walking around with your wiener flapping around while there's kids. Look at that. Oh, my God. The Miami Beach Police Department paid money to make the police cars, the police sign be in rainbow. Did you see? Oh, that is aggravating. Hold on. Let's back up here a little bit. Yep, here's some more officers walking around. I am sure when they became police officers, this is what they thought that they would be doing. Walking up and down during a pride parade. These guys are walking around with military flags. Again, so far, so good. None of this really bugs me too much. It does bother me if the city spent money to paint the car. I don't know about the kid with the woman with the stroller. Oh, there we go. So now we have a drag. I think a drag queen or a trans person. I don't know. Are drag queens under the LGBTQ umbrella? I'm not really sure how that works. Oh, they're towing a gay boat behind them. Oh, this is fucking wonderful. Apparently, Wilford Brimley showed up in his. Oh, here we go. All right. Apparently, the fashion police is here. I believe that's Fandango, walking down the street. What always comes to my mind when I see this is how much attention do you need? Do you need this much attention? Do you need to walk outside? And by the way, I would be just as upset if it was a straight guy walking around with his dick out, you know, being a dude, bro. All of this is fucking ridiculous to me. I don't understand having a parade to celebrate sexuality in general. I don't care what you do in your house. I don't give a fuck if you want to go home, suck a couple cocks. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't bother me. I don't care. Scissor your fucking hearts out. However, what does bother me is we have state funds going to this. In New Jersey, they have a fucking crosswalk that is now going to be permanently rainbow colored in case, by the way, in case the gay people would ever let you forget that they're gay. Okay, they're not very hidden anymore. This isn't the 50s where you have to fucking hide in the fucking closet anymore. You can come right out. But, oh, yeah, Western Echo says they're covered by the plus. But, whoa, why are drag covered by the plus? I thought drag queens were just dudes that like to dress like girls but still bang, you know, girls. I don't know. I'm not really sure if exactly how it works. But, yeah, this is the... I was actually just here a couple weeks ago, and believe it or not, it was... Look, on the upside, honestly, it's a lot whiter. It's a lot whiter during the Pride Parade. We have a marching band, and I'm just going to skip through it a bit here. Yeah, look at all the winners, man. Look at that. That's awesome. And by the way, something else just reminds me of all these goddamn companies that virtue signal and come out here and, oh, equality. Look at this guy with his fucking equality. You already have equality. You are not being systematically oppressed. Oh my God, they're just so disgusting. Look at that. We have no shame anymore. Look at the tattoo on this woman's ass. This guy's dancing in just a Speedo. Here's the thing I don't understand. Or maybe somebody could help me out. Why is it that you have to be naked and have your balls or your tits or your vagina out to be gay now? I don't understand this. Also, I think that a lot of people are just getting into this because it seems cool. You know, I don't understand why 4%, I think it's 4%, right? Someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. 4% of the population, 4% of the population and they have a parade now that's bigger than the Puerto Rican Day Parade, which is like 70% of the population in New York. And don't get me wrong, the Puerto Rican Day Parade is just as bad, probably more violent. And it's probably because it has more Puerto Ricans in it. But yeah, I don't understand this. I don't get what. Oh, okay, I see. So he's wearing a Speedo, and he has two surfboards in front of him to make it look like he's naked. I get it. Because to be gay, your dick has to be out. Got it. No problem. Can you imagine anybody with Grindr apps there, how they were exploding during this thing? And you would think if they were gay, they'd be better dancers. This is fucking gross. Say hey if you're gay. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to help me, I'll keep going for you guys. If you hook me up, streamlabs.com/daywaveradio. Anything that you give goes directly towards me, and then also a percentage goes back to ROTC. So don't worry, that's the main show. TS Moose in the chat says, be gay if you want to be gay, but don't act special like you're more important and oppressed. Yeah, they're not oppressed. This isn't the civil rights movement. People weren't hosing off gays in the streets and sicking German shepherds on them. I don't understand it. It happens so fast. It's this weird thing where everything needs to be accepted. Should that kid be there? Oh, look at Fatty Magoo here. Holy shit. Oh, celebrity cruisers. That's right. All the companies have to virtue signal. And everybody there is, of course, like, literally, bro, like, I came out of the closet, dude. And, like, my parents were super chill. They were super chill, bro. Imagine being gay and Cuban. Holy shit. Sounds double terrible. Wait, what do you mean the broadcast does not have fucking whatever approved? God damn it, Streamlabs. Well, I'll work on that. Again, that's why I'm doing this. To work out the goddamn kinks. To try to figure out how the fuck this works. Let's see here. I'm messing with it here, guys, so forgive me. You guys could enjoy the... Oh, I see. Broadcaster does not have donate. God damn piece of shit. All right, hold on. I'm going to figure this out while you guys watch some gay stuff. Donation settings. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Well, you guys enjoy all the gay stuff here. All right. All righty. Let's see if that did it. Hold on a second. Hold on, folks. Hold on. You can now donate. There you go. I fixed it. Sorry about that. Yeah, streamlabs.com/daywaveradio. Enjoy the gay stuff. Now it's fixed. Thank you for letting me know. This is the first time I've used this stupid things. Yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to full screen this for 1 second. I'm just going to go turn the air on because it's really, really, really warm. Hold on. All right, I'm here. I just turned the stupid air on. There we go. Holy shit. My God, it's warm. There. Fixed. And the Streamlab is fixed. You should be able to donate. Give me some money. I would appreciate it. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. All of these faggots. Shit. Yeah, and everybody goes out here and all these companies. I think that's what bugs. It's, you know, again, I guess I don't blame the companies as much. Because, look, if you're going to make money, I get it. I'm big into capitalism, so you have to go there. But do they also have to dress like a bunch of homos out there? Wearing all this rainbow gear? It's fucking ridiculous. Yes, Kazari, please make a Pride version of the overlay for Daywave. And again, thank you. Thank you so much for hooking me up with the overlay. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, today is just the first show. Working out some of the kinks. Got the Streamlabs all fixed. If you guys want to hook me up, I got a fun little animation that'll pop up if you give more than $3. Yeah, TS Moose, I in the chat says you think there's more straight people than gay people. Yeah, there probably is more straight people there. Well, I mean, let's look at statistics. Statistically speaking, it's 4%. So, yeah, it has to be more straight people. I think they're called allies, right? I believe that's what the term is. They're called allies of the community. Yeah, man, this is ridiculous. All right. Well, look. I'm gonna give you guys a break, and I'm gonna pop off from that gay shit. But I did have something else that I think you guys would be interested in, and that is this 500-pound beautician. And since everything is beautiful and everyone is beautiful,
Baby Doll Beauty Couture Shop is speaking. How can I help you?
What makes my salon different is that this is a plus-size friendly salon.
she's 500. Holy shit. All right, hold on. Hold on. Back up. This is the 500-pound beautician, okay? And obviously, I mean, it's a joke. Like, you know, calling her beautician is like calling a big guy tiny or a skinny guy fatty. You know what I mean? And she is a whale of a woman.
Right, that's so cute. Okay. Hi, my name is Jamie Lopez. I'm the CEO and owner of Baby Doll Beauty Couture Salon, and I'm 31 years old.
Really? Because you look gross. Why is she always sitting? Okay, before we get into that, why is she always sitting? Is she always sitting because she can't stand? Is that what it is? Oh, my God. And again, boy, is she big, because the other girls there are really, really big. And you know how the old saying goes, like, never trust a skinny chef? I don't think you should ever trust a fat, ugly beautician. You know what I mean? Like, I think that should be the phrase here. But oh my, look at her leg. Holy shit. Wow. Her leg looks like Thor's hammer. Majorno, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it looks like fucking Thor's hammer. Oh, no, you know what it looks like? It looks like a brontosaurus leg.
2, 3. I set up this place because I was humiliated in a regular salon. I went there to get my hair done one time, and I went to sit down and greet my stylist, and the chair loudly broke, and all eyes were on me, and it was a really horrible experience. I knew I wasn't the only one that ever had to suffer something like that, so what I did was I saved all my money, and I had this dream, and I was like, I'm gonna make a salon that caters to the plus-size women, because I know I'm not the only one that goes through this.
I know Jamie.
It's not only that she's fat, but she's also a flatso. Like, she has no boobs either, and she's 500 pounds. And, I mean, she has her eyebrows done, her hair done, her fucking fingernails done. It's like,
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, thank you, Trolita. And thank you, Tess, for donating. I do appreciate it. That's the RoboCop sound that I have. She looks like, when you put the nails and the paint and the eyebrows on something like that, it's like putting $10,000 rims on a Celica. You know what I mean? What is the point? What are you showing off besides that you're fucking disgusting? Now, full disclosure here. I used to be really heavy. I lost, I think, 118 pounds in like a couple of year time span. And it wasn't with a stomach surgery, and it wasn't with any of that shit. It was just, hey, I'm a fucking fat pig. I'm going to stop eating like a fat pig, and I'm going to exercise. And I've kept it off for the most part. Yeah, I still got to lose more weight, but I could buy people clothes now again, which is nice. But these little mini documentaries have becoming more and more common. And it's disgusting. They're normalizing this this horrendous gluttonous behavior. Like all of the 7 deadly sins now can have a TV show on TLC, and it's fucking gross.
Because I go to a lot of the BBW bashes.
BBW bashes.
Big fluffy girl.
Okay, BBW stands for Big Beautiful Women. For people that don't know, Big Beautiful Women often date BBCs, which are guys with big black cocks. Now, a lot of people have been asking me. No, they haven't. But here's why. Here's why the BBCs tend to date bigger women like this and like 500-pound beautician. I think it all has to do with an equipment thing. You know, it really is basic geometry. You know what I mean? If you have the vagina, right, and then you have all of this mass from it, you would need a longer penis, okay? A longer penis to get into that area, okay? So I think it really just has to do with has the equipment and fits. And here's the other thing. A lot of black dudes like dating white girls. Let's be honest. They do. And I think that part of that is skinnier white girls tend to stick to white guys, where bigger girls don't have as many options. And if they want to feel pleasure, they have to date some sort of, and I believe the term is, oh, this is the main channel. I can do whatever I want. A mandingo motherfucker, as it were.
It is.
I know Jamie because I go to a lot of the BBW bashes. I'm a big fluffy girl. So having a place where we go and can feel comfortable. I'm really confident, and I still feel out of place sometimes.
I'm from Texas. I got Texas-sized assets. So
No. Let's fucking calm down. If you were in Texas, they would shoot you from helicopters like they do with wild boars. You fucking animal.
So having a place where we go and can feel comfortable. I'm really confident, and I still feel out of place sometimes.
I'm from Texas. I got Texas-sized assets.
So when you come somewhere like
I'm from Texas. That means it's okay if I have heart disease and diabetes. Just the excuses that they make. The excuses that they make for being humongous is fucking ridiculous. Come on. Are you fucking serious? I'm from Texas, so I get to be a fat piece of shit. No, it doesn't matter where you're fucking from. I mean, I guess, I don't know, what planet would you weigh less on? I guess if you were from fucking Jupiter.
this and feel comfortable and not feel out of place. You know, $50 taxi ride over here. You know, it's worth it.
Well, is it a fucking taxi ride or is it a fucking flatbed truck?
Right over here. You know, it's worth it.
Everything here is custom made and reinforced, so there won't be any humiliation.
Everything in here is custom made and reinforced, so there won't be.
I'd buy that for $1.
Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate it. Everything is reinforced. They're using fucking vibranium and antimentium to make the goddamn chairs to hold her up. And this bitch cannot stand. She literally cannot stand up. Her stomach is, her arms are bigger than some girl's waist that I've dated. That's how big it is.
Force, so there won't be any humiliation or anything broken. Chairs that hold up to 800 pounds, you know, pedicure benches that hold up to 600 pounds, waxing. You know, big girls want to get waxed too.
Why? Why do you want to get waxed? Explain to me why you want to get waxed. Who are you showing off for? What are you removing the hair for? If you think that that's what's going to make you beautiful, honey, you are... That is like not even the 20th thing on the list that's wrong with you. You understand? You should be able to walk upstairs. Like, that should be your number one thing.
Like, everything is gold, everything is glamorous, you know, so you won't feel like, oh, you know, you're in this special chair. No, it's not a special chair. Every chair here is the same. I want them to feel like they're getting the royal treatment, because they might be going through something on the inside. You know, they might not feel beautiful. So when you come in my salon, I serve you with cupcakes, mimosas, whatever you need to just relax. And
all right, give me 1 second, guys. I see the encoder is overloading. I'm going to fix that. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. And I'm back. And I'm back. I think that you've had a minimal interruption. I'm right here. Didn't go anywhere. I'm right here. All right, can you see me now? Perfect. The encoder shouldn't overload anymore. I think I fixed it. The problem was she was so fat, it was overloading my encoder, so I had to pull extra data. No, I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what we're going to say because it sounds funny. A couple things. Number one, she's making herself a mimosa. Maybe cut back on the sugar. Maybe we shouldn't have muffins there. How about we have water? And I was going to say like a low-fat food, but how about water and no food? How about that? Why don't we do that?
My salon, I serve you with cupcakes, mimosas, whatever you need to just relax and really get into your element. It's really important to me to make them feel even more beautiful when they leave than they are when they come in.
I didn't go to salons until after my divorce.
What a surprise. You couldn't maintain a man? I wonder what happened.
I had never had my hair done. I had never had a manicure or pedicure. And
Why? Why? Because you looked at yourself in the mirror and you said, what's the point, right? I've been there, man. When I was at my fucking heaviest, I looked in the mirror all the time and said, the fuck's the point? Why even fucking try? There's no point, right? Why even do anything anymore? I get it. But you know what you should be doing instead of spending your money there? Spend your money at a gym. You could even go to a fucking Planet Fitness. Is terrible. Go to Planet Fitness like $10 a month and get on a treadmill. Walk outside. Walk your dog. It doesn't take a lot so you don't die young. It doesn't matter how much fucking spackle they put on you. When you're dead, you're dead. So why don't you go to the gym and stop pretending like you're beautiful? This is what these people do, man. It's these goddamn echo chambers. Everybody goes to these places and they're surrounded by like-minded people, and I really do think it does a lot of fucking damage, you know, where if you start normalizing this stuff, you know, it becomes okay to look like this. You know what I mean? It's you start not trying it. And I'll tell you this, man. I'm lucky that I have a lot of shithead friends that would make fun of me and call me a fatso and stuff like that. Because if not, I don't know where I'd be, or I'd fucking be dead, you know? And oh my God, it's so nice to like walk and not hurt. I got a Fitbit. One of the best investments ever. You don't have to be doesn't have to be the $100 Fitbit one. I mean, I have one because I'm a man of needs. No, I'm kidding. I got it for Christmas. But I am a man of needs. And it does help. It does help, you know, track your stuff. And it holds you accountable. Over here, you're eating muffins and drinking orange juice, and they have reinforced chairs that they fucking had to break down an old aircraft carrier to make. That's fucking gross.
And after my divorce, I realized that my life was passing me by, that everything I'd worked for was gone. I had to start over, and I started over on me. I think my nails are the everyday reminder. And now you're going to have to give me a tissue.
Why? Why? Do you have gravy on your shirt?
I thought house and cars and, oh crap, I'm gonna have to cut that out. House and cars and, you know, decor was important. And it's not. Places like this, they lift you up, they boost you up.
As women, we should be able to get beautiful anywhere.
Again, and I repeat, it's not the makeup. It doesn't matter how much stuff you put on here. It is sorry, this stuff makes me really, really mad because I get it fucking really, really fucking personal for me because I know that it's not fucking easy. I understand that it's fucking difficult to sit there and to work out and to lose weight. I know it's fucking tough. I get it. It sucks. And here's the truth. The bigger you get, the harder it is. So start now. Do you understand that you cannot stand up? If this was a documentary about these same women, these little mini docs about these same women, but they were at a gym, I would not be mocking them. I wouldn't, because they'd be fucking trying. But you are reinforcing that this is beautiful. This is not beautiful, okay? Subjectively speaking, this is not something that most people find attractive. Don't get me wrong, there's chubby chasers. I'm sure you'll find that. But that aside, That's not healthy. You go to a doctor at 500 pounds, they don't care how much makeup you have on your fucking face. You're gross. You are gross. Do you understand the fucking... This big, I'm sure. You have skin tags. The legs are all pimply and red. Ingrown hairs everywhere.
Anywhere.
What is it that you would like to do?
I want bling.
Bling, 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 color
Because
bling?
bling makes me happy.
Okay, let's bling, bling.
What I do need is my makeup done.
Can you eat bling? Because I think the only thing that makes you happy are things that you could consume.
A little bit.
Baby Doll Beauty Couture, Shantae speaking. How can I help you? Okay. What day is good for you? We open from Tuesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day.
This is my first time in the salon. Yes. And
After I'm done, it will definitely not.
Oh my God. Okay. put a sorry. They put a barber's what do you call it? That schmuck to cover the hair from hitting you. Put a barber's thing on her, and it looks like she's eating at, you know those little doilies they give you at crab places? That's what it looks like. She's wearing a bib.
It will not at all. You guys already have me hooked.
What baby doll sign it?
What's so big?
This will be the first time someone has been in my head since I've been in Las Vegas, and I can't wait to see how my hair turns out. It's more personable. I've been to a...
Jesus Christ. Guys, look, it's not like these are chubby or thick girls. These are... These girls have the way, like some of them what 3 girls weigh put together. I have, again, I'm not Mr. fucking model here. I get it. I understand. But this is behavior that needs to be curbed immediately. Honestly, we just watched together as a group. I'm going to talk like Levin. We just watched. We the people watched. We watched the 2018 South Beach Gay Parade, and this to me is sadder and more disgusting than that.
Nail salon and been turned away just because of my size and sitting in there in one of their seats.
You've been to a regular nail salon and you've been turned away because of your size. So do you think that maybe that should have been rock bottom, and instead of finding a beauty salon that could handle your weight, you should have found a Weight Watchers or a support group or the internet where you could diet? I know self-control is hard, and I know cake is delicious, and pizza is awesome, and I wish I could eat pizza all the time, but you can't. Some people can't, and the older you get, the less you could do it. You have to try. You have to put forth the effort.
So I really like this. It's comfortable.
All right. Let's talk about this one. This is only a 6-minute video, but we're going to go a bit on this one, guys. Let's talk about this one. This is one of my bigger pet peeves. It's when really big girls show their cleavage like it's something that's awesome. Okay, number one, once your bra comes off, lady, those bad boys are down at your fucking ankles. All right? They're not up there. Your boobs don't naturally sit up there. It is an optical illusion of the greatest proportions. All right? And this is probably one of those bras that has like the 17 buckles in the back. You can't use the 2 or 3 one because that's not going to hold that monstrosity. That is fucking false advertisement. And I guarantee you that if you scroll through her Facebook, all the pictures are taken like from a fucking aerial fucking helicopter from up here and just have her boob and her face in frame so you don't see the rest of what this is. And by the way, yes, I did notice she has an elephant on her shirt. I don't know if that's a joke or supposed to be ironic or what.
My mother has always told me you're going to be big and you're going to be beautiful. And who would I be not to believe my mother?
A healthy, happier person. By the way, notice they're all wearing flats. None of these bitches are going to be wearing heels, that's for sure.
We get a lot of strippers.
God damn it, this gets worse and worse as we go along. What strippers are you getting? Lamash in the chat says, fat girls use drones for selfies. That's very funny. What strip club has women that need to go in to a reinforced chair? Please tell me. And by the way, so many little things to break down. This 500-pound beautician is sitting in a love seat for two and filling the whole thing and overflowing on it.
We get a lot of like dancers.
What? By the way, when you're that big, as big as she is, it should be illegal to try to have this cutesy voice. It should be illegal. You should not be allowed to have this little fucking cutesy voice when you are that big. It is not right, and I will tell you every single time that it is a crime against humanity. You should sound like what you look like.
We do get some models. We get a lot of like women that haven't been to a salon in so long. Like, older women. We get all kind of people.
All right, you ready for your wax? Are you sure?
You think they have to charge them extra because of the amount of wax they have to use?
You ready? I'm gonna be ready. All right.
So you should see some of the clients to be here dancing and singing. And
Oh, come on. I don't want to see. Oh, that's fucking gross, dude. That's fucking gross.
like saying they're gonna come back, and everybody loves the decor. It's like, I mean, I love it. I wouldn't want to go anywhere else, to be honest with you. So I started getting everything done here. I mean, I know I work here, but I would be coming here if I didn't work here.
We all can be glamorous, no matter what size you are, no matter what race you are. It doesn't matter, you know.
What does your race have to do? Well, no, I was watching this video with my wife earlier, and she did explain to me that race doesn't matter because I guess different hair, black women have different kind of hair, so typically you have to go to a specific salon that could take care of people of color, I believe is a correct term. That hair. Let's see a little more here.
You know, we all want to feel beautiful as women, and we all can. It's, you know, it's possible.
Now that I look the part,
Yeah.
I gotta go get the part.
Yeah.
So I'm ready. I love you too, and I'm so glad for you. I'm so happy.
Thank you, my love.
I had this lady literally almost cried to me because she was so excited to be here and to like have a place like this, that size acceptance, and that, you know, makes them feel
Size acceptance. You notice these things? These fucking things that they say? Size acceptance. Do you hear that? It's these fucking buzzwords that they come up with. Fucking size acceptance. No one should accept you. You shouldn't accept yourself at that size, lady. Come on. Have some pride in yourself. Come on. What we need to accept this as being normal? Why?
so good. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about for me. I'm not rich from this place. So, I mean, it's really like from, you know, the heart.
I love it.
Yeah, your oversized heart.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Look at this. Her stomach. And by the way, she got big old fat girl tits. But her stomach sticks out further than her fucking breast do. What are we doing to society? This is fucking gross.
I'm really gonna go home a new woman.
To me, to see these women feel beautiful, it means the world to me. Because I was able to do that for them.
She's not crying. She has a fucking chicken wing stuck in her throat. And by the way, what is going on with this cleavage here? What is this? What the fuck is this? This gap. You know how some women have a thigh gap? She has a tit gap.
So that's really what it's all about for me. All women deserve to be beautiful and pampered, and they're worth it. So I just want to get that message across to them.
All right, somebody is fatso here. Somebody told me Dennis Rodman was on CNN. If you send it to me, I'll definitely talk about it. Here, let me switch over to my fucking big face here. If you want to help me out, streamlabs.com/daywaveradio. A little RoboCop thing will pop up. if you give. Like I said, I'm just working out the kinks and trying all this different Streamlab stuff, getting it all set up. If you guys want, I could even take calls. If you guys want to talk to me, I could definitely do that. So just let me know if you guys want to call in, and I'll give out the number because I'm all set up for that too. But yeah, man, this is fucking gross. Oh, Dennis Rodman, I got it. Here it is.
Well, you teed up the relevance of Dennis Rodman.
Situation was.
All right, here we go.
Well,
this is Dennis Rodman on CNN. I got it right here. Hold on a second. Ba-bam. Let's see Dennis Rodman on CNN.
Teed up the relevance of Dennis Rodman. We have him joining us on the show. He made his way to Singapore. There he is right now. Good to see you again, my friend. Dennis, can you hear me?
I'm tired. How you doing, guys?
It's good. Do you have, what does your hat say?
What's my hat say?
Oh, good. Now I can see it.
Let's make America great again.
All right.
You got it right there? You got it?
I got it. Thank you. So you made your way to Singapore. How important is this to you? You talked a lot about the prospects for peace when we spoke several years ago.
By the way, just real fucking amazing. This is great. They always sit here and they make fun of the whole, and by the way, potcoin.com, Jesus Christ, Dennis Rodman, you're one of the greatest rebounders of all time. And now you're walking out there with no money because you spent it all the fucking time wearing a potcoin.com shirt, trying to be relevant. I love how CNN and all these people go, oh, Dennis Rodman is such a joke. But then they fucking interview him for 16 minutes. What the fuck?
Did you think this moment would ever come?
Well, in my heart and soul, when I first went to North Korea, I was very honored to even be selected to go there. And once I went to North Korea, I was didn't really understand what the old situation was as far as being over there. And when I first met Kim Jong-un, I was more like, I didn't know what to expect. You know, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what he represented. I didn't know if he was...
Nigga, you ain't got Google? You ain't got Wikipedia? How do you not know who he is? It takes you 5 seconds to find anything on your fucking phone.
Somewhat important, but I knew something was going on. But once I got familiar with the culture and the situation over there, I got really used to being there. I felt like I was at home.
Now, you know both men. You've spent time with the North Korean leader. You've spent time with Donald Trump. How do you think the two men size up in terms of how they might get along?
Well, I think the fact that Donald Trump would understand the fact that the people of North Korea...
Boy, man, Dennis Rodman really is a marbled mouth idiot. Like, the guy cannot put together a coherent sentence without slurring like a crazy person.
Have a heart, they have soul, charisma, and they love each other.
He meant to say charisma, folks. That's what he meant to say.
I think the fact that Kim Jong-un and his family understands that. I think that President Trump should understand the fact that the reason why the Marshal of North Korea respects Dennis Rodman is the fact that he trusts me. And I gave him something for his birthday. And I thought I couldn't pull this off. And I said to him on his the day before his birthday, I said, I'm going to give you a present. And he said, what is that? I said, I'm going to bring a basketball team, professional basketball team to you. He said, can you do that? I said, yes, I can. Even though I knew I couldn't do it.
Even though.
I said, if I fail now, it's going to be a problem. So basically, I got a lot of people together. I got Popcorn here, help me out, my sponsor.
Did he say popcorn?
Thanks to those guys. And it happened, and Kim Jong-un came to me and said, Dennis, you know what? This is the first time someone's ever kept their word to me in my country. And I looked at him, I always got emotional, but I said, wait a minute, hold on. He said, what?
All right, can we stop fucking pretending like fucking Kim is a good guy? He fucking killed his own uncle with anti-aircraft guns. The people are fucking starving there. They have rolling blackouts. They have 90% of their traders from China because nobody else will trade with them. Their human rights records are ridiculous. I think they're an average of 6 inches shorter than their South Korean counterparts because they're so malnourished. They fucking have concentration camps. They sent back an American citizen in a goddamn coma. Stop talking like he's a fucking great dude. Or the fucking country has a track record of being great. And don't get me wrong, I think Trump's doing the right thing. He should be there. Anything to denuclearize North Korea is great, and he's actually talking to them. That's the best way to do it, better than launching nukes near China. But let's stop pretending like he's a misunderstood soul.
Someone's never kept their word to you and your country. He said, yes, this is the first time someone's ever suggested that. And I came through, and I think that he really appreciated that, the fact that he's not normally hearing someone that's trustworthy. And I think that country is normally hearing people that's always lying, deceitful, and not trustworthy. And I think that if Trump goes in there with a great heart, with his heart on the table.
You're an adult. You're an adult man, and you have your fucking lip pierced, both of your fucking nostrils pierced, and your ear pierced. And the only reason your other one's not pierced, it looks like it was ripped off in some sort of fucking drunk fight, which I'm assuming is what happened. This guy, now I know why. I said at the beginning why CNN does this. CNN does this so anybody that's fucking crazy and a Trump supporter, they want to put on camera so everyone can point and laugh and go, see, these are the people that listen to Trump.
And let Kim Jong-un see him really emotional as far as like speaking to him. It ain't got to be about war. It ain't got to be about hatred or what happened in the future or in the past, or the past. I'm sorry, the past. We'll move on to the future. And I've told people about Kim Jong-un. He's all about the 21st century. He's trying to progress his country. And Donald Trump is going to do a great job is try to reach out and make sure that our hands, Americans, our hands are always open, because as Americans, we have let so many people around the world join us to be happy in one country, that's the United States. And now we have really put ourselves on a line to reach out to North Korea, and they've been so gracious to me.
And people in the chat saying it gets better. Okay, I trust you guys. I'm going to keep playing it. That's the upside with this show. I can do whatever I want.
My family and the United States. So let's make this happen. If Trump could pull this off, more power to him.
Dennis, did Kim reach out to you, or any of his people reach out to you? The president's people, anybody reach out to you for insight into the other side?
Well, you know what? I've talked to those guys the last 5 years.
Which guys?
And I talked to Kim Jong-un, and
that's not the president's people. Let me answer your question. No, none of the president's people reached out to you, Dennis Rodman, because you are a basketball player. You are not somebody who has any understanding of what's going on in that country. I'm sure the president talked to his top advisors, and there is an actual open communication between South and North Korea now. And there's other ways to talk to them that doesn't involve somebody who used to dye his hair fucking pink and wear a wedding dress.
An administration over there 5 years ago, and he asked me 5 years ago, we sat down for lunch, and he sat down and asked me, hey, Dennis, I would like to ask you three things. If you go back to tell the president of the United States these three things, and I would be willing to talk to him. And this is a true story, and I got my people here that was there that heard the conversation. He said things like, if they can move the ships back from South Korea, I would do what I have to do to listen. If you can move certain things or do certain things, I will listen. My ears will be open. And I tried to do that to Obama, and Obama didn't even give me the time of day.
All right, look. Anyone that knows me, listens to Revenge Assist, knows I do not like Obama. But why would Obama give you the time of day? You're a basketball player. Why would any president give you the time of day?
I asked him, I said, I have something to say from North Korea. He just brushed me off. But that didn't deter me. I still kept going back. I kept going back. I kept going back. I showed my loyalty and my trustworthy to this country. And I said to everybody, I said, the door will open.
I remember you saying it. I remember you saying it. Let me ask you something. Does Kim understand English, Dennis?
Does Kim understand English, Dennis?
No, it was amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing when I said those things.
Is he going to cry? Oh, you were right. This does get better. Thank you for sending this to me. Thank you so much. I did not realize I was going to get a crying Dennis Rodman. Thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate this.
Said those damn things. When I went back home, I got so many death threats. I got so many death threats, and I was sitting there protecting everything. And I believed in North Korea. And when I went home, I couldn't even go home. I couldn't even go home. I had to hide out for 30 days.
Oh, my God. No. No. He's crying. Oh, no.
I couldn't even go home.
Guys, could he go home?
But I kept my head up high, brother. I knew things were going to change. I knew it. I was the only one. I never had no one to hear me. I didn't know one had to see me. But I took those bullets. I took all that. I took everything. Everyone came at.
Oh my God, he is gushing tears. Holy shit! All right, let me try something here. Let me see if I could make this interview even better. 1 second, because this is too good. This is way too good. All right, hold on. Let's see if this works. All right, here we go.
Knew things were going to change. I knew it. I was the only one. I never had no one to hear me. I didn't know one had to see me. But I took those bullets. I took all that. I took everything. Everyone came at me, and I'm still standing. And today is a great day for everybody. Singapore, Tokyo, China, everything. It's a great day.
It is a great day. This is a historic day.
I'm so happy.
You were saying to me years ago that you thought this would happen. And I want to let you be ready for me to ask you another question. I know you're very emotional about this.
Go ahead.
This is what I want to know. I want to know, well, you're an emotional guy. You feel very deeply about things. People who've been around you understand that.
Right.
Why did you feel so strongly that you needed to make something happen for North Korea? There's so many places you could have gone in the world that have, you know, a much easier path to peace than North Korea, given the record of human rights abuses and other practices.
Dennis Rodman is crying like a fucking baby. This guy was one of the toughest motherfuckers to ever play the sport of basketball. The guy was a fucking killer. He used to routinely get in fights. He was just as bad as fucking Barkley when it came to just fighting people and being vicious. And now he's crying?
Of this despotic regime, but you chose North Korea. Why?
Well, you know, I feel like, like I said, I was very naive when I went over there. I didn't understand.
When he went over there, not now. Not now he's not naive, wearing his women's sunglasses.
And expect all the things I was getting when I went over there. They said, do you realize what you was doing, Dennis, when you went over there? I said, no. I thought it was just another one of those things. I was just doing some charity event. I knew nothing about North Korea. I just thought I was going to play basketball and just treat the people and be happy, and that was it. But it turned out to be so much more bigger than what I thought. And I felt
he wanted to make a North Korean remake of Space Jam starring Dennis Rodman. Instead of playing basketball, though, everybody starved and died in the streets.
The fact that, you know, just listen to the people, seeing the kids, seeing the people there, and just meeting the regime, Kim Jong-un, and the whole marshals and everybody, I just felt like I just fell in love with the country from day one. And I feel like that, I guess I owe it to myself, you know, and the people around the world. You know what? I'm not in here. I'm not in this for no money. I never started it for no money. This is not about Dennis Rodman being the greatest person in the world to lead these two people together.
He didn't start it for no money. That's why everything he wears is a pot coin shirt for that pot. That it's basically a Bitcoin business, but for pot.
It has nothing to do with that. I just wanted to see it get done so we all can live good together.
Well,
live well together, Dennis. You meant to say live well together.
Here's the
no
first
hatred.
day.
No more hatred.
Here's the first day. Let's see where it goes. Let me ask you something. You talk about speaking with Kim Jong-un. Does he understand or speak English?
The one thing about him, though, I always say about him, he's more like a big kid, even though he's small.
Does he speak English?
He's more like a big kid, but he loves to have a good time. And I was saying last night or this morning that he was going around taking selfies and stuff like that. And I was saying that this guy wants to be around the world. He wants to come to America. He wants to enjoy his life. He wants his people to enjoy his life. But I think that the fact that he doesn't have the tools, and maybe the politics of this whole meeting is just going to happen. I think this is going to change a lot. And I hope the fact that President Trump can understand, knowing that Kim is trying to reach out and trying to get into the 21st century.
That's the big question. I want to ask you about that in a second, but let me just get an answer to this. Do you think he speaks or understands English?
Well, I think he understands bits and pieces. If you talk about basketball, yes, he understands that.
So you think it's about what he wants to talk about? Do you think he's studied English?
I can say one thing. I think people know that Kim Jong-un is not a dumb man.
So, Dennis, if you hung out with him and you were talking to him and you're crying, how do you not know whether he speaks English or not? You fucking buffoon. I mean, assuming it was a translator.
I think he's understanding from his grandfather and his father. I think that he's trying to protect his people. He's trying to protect his honor and his and everything that has to do with his country. But like I say, that's respect. That's respect. Nothing's going to happen overnight. It's going to take time.
100%. 100%.
If Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump understand that, if they understand the fact that if we just sit there and have a smooth, a comfortable relationship, smile, laugh, joke a little bit, okay, great. It ain't got to be war. It's got to be something that everyone can be comfortable about.
Right.
And I know this meeting is going to be a great meeting.
Well, that's the hope, Dennis. We'll see where it goes. It had a good start. They did the handshake. There was good body language. They said the right things. You know, it's all perfunctory at this part. It's the opening ceremony, and we'll see what happens when we start getting reports.
Black Boomhauer, full of emotion in the chat. That's very funny.
It's about the actual policy negotiations. But you talk about the Kim Jong-un side and North Korea side. Did you hear from the White House at all today?
Well,
no. Let me answer for you. No.
Yes, I did.
Liar.
But, and the good thing about it, yes, Donald Trump reached out. He called his secretary, and she called me and said, Dennis, Donald Trump is so proud of you.
His secretary called.
He thanks you a lot. And that means a lot. You know, because after all these years, the fact that I somewhat has something to do with this North.
Look, Dennis, you did a great job of playing basketball, but let Daddy come in and handle this little midget, okay?
Korean situation, but I don't want to take any credit where credit's due. I think we all...
Dennis, is this still the gay pride parade coverage from earlier?
Need to take credit. And I'm just here. I'm just so thankful to be here. I'm glad the fact that this is happening. The world saw it. I saw it. My kids saw it. So you know what? It's just hope for the best. We don't need a miracle. We don't need a miracle. We just need the doors to be open so we can start fresh and make this a better place in the world, baby. That's it.
Well, look, sometimes it does take a miracle. I mean, you know, you're dealing with some really tough things on the table here. You know, I know that you've had good experiences with the leader of North Korea, and this is a nice moment. I'm not looking to get into it with you again, but you know now things you didn't know then. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of negativity, and it all stems from your friend, the ruler of North Korea. You know, this man isn't all selfies and smiles. He's responsible for the deaths and hardship of a lot of people. How can you be sure he wants something better than what he is right now?
Well, as we know, Chris, the fact that, you know, I'm not a politician.
Well, get right out of town. You're not a politician, Dennis? No fucking shit. Really? This goddamn fucking clown show. Enough. I mean, okay, crying was amazing, by the way. That might be my new favorite thing. Crying Jordan meme should definitely be replaced with the crying Dennis Rodman meme. All right. I'll keep going a little bit more if you guys want me to keep going. Maybe a couple more things. Like I said, I'm just working out the kinks. Get people to subscribe. My channel's all new and it's all virgin. It's like 40 subscribers. So, hook a brother up, man. Hit the sub button. Tell people about me. This helps me out. And again, any percentage of this, I'm giving it back to the main show, to Revenge of the Sis. And also you could send me stuff that you might want me to talk about on my solo show to daywaveradio@gmail.com. I might even open up, you know what, I'll tell you what, I'll post it in the chat room, the phone number, because I do have the lines open. If you guys want to call in and ask me whatever the hell you want, I'll be happy to talk to you about it. But I do want to talk about this Domino's thing.
Domino's delivery drivers are experts at handling bad roads.
All right, I have to stop them right here. They're making it seem like, first off, this fucking car, Domino's doesn't make a car, all right? Domino's doesn't have their own fleet of Domino's vehicles. It's usually some guy's 2008 Honda Civic that smells like fucking weed and has roaches in the ashtray that comes and delivers your pizza, okay? It's not this fleet of clean Domino's vehicles that are showing up.
Are experts at handling bad roads. But those roads shouldn't ruin your pizza when you carry out. So we're doing something about them, starting with this one. If your drive home is rough on pizza, tell us at pavingforpizza.com so we can fix roads across the country. Then carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each.
So Domino's, a private company, is trying to fix the infrastructure in this country. I got to give it to them, man. That is a fucking brilliant move by Domino's. Apparently they have a website, pavingforpizza.com, and if you go there, you could give them a list of places that have potholes, and they will. I don't know how this is going to go. This is just one pothole that they fixed so far, but it's really good press, man. This is better than that stupid IHOP thing that IHOP did, which I'll get to in a little bit. Western Echoes, fun fact, they're paving it with the thick crust, which has the same consistency as asphalt. Look, Domino's Pizza's gotten better. And don't get me wrong, I do order their thin crust when I order their pizza. Their thin crust is superior. But when you can't beat it, man, $5 for pizza, get a couple of those. It's not. It's easy. It is easy, and it has gotten better.
If your drive home is rough on pizza, tell us at pavingforpizza.com so we can fix roads across the country. Then carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99.
It's, it's good. I'm glad. I am glad they're doing it. That's pretty cool, man. For all those people that say the fucking private sector, the government needs to fix everything. The private sector is over here stepping up and actually taking care of it. And look, man, I'll try it out. I'm gonna see if I have to find a couple potholes by me, and I'm gonna call them and see that. Yeah, you're right, LaMusha. Little Caesars never did this. They did not. They did not do this. Speaking of that, IHOP and everybody today has been losing their shit over the IHOP thing. And then I found out that this is just a temporary thing.
Lightening things up here, flipping breakfast. The International House of Pancakes is trading its P for a B.
And this morning we found out why. All right, the International House of Pancakes is now the International House of Burgers. Really?
Burgers? Really? Wow! This fucking afflicted fucking voice that these assholes always have. Always have. By the way, if anyone's ever eaten an IHOP, and I know I have, the only time you ever eat in an IHOP is when you're drunk and you're leaving a place and nothing else is open. Nobody ever goes, man, I love the delicious IHOP food. Let's go there. People go to IHOP because they don't want to have to go to Waffle House, okay? Now, IHOP makes pancakes. It's really difficult to fuck up pancake, eggs, and bacon. You just put it on a griddle and you fucking eat them. I don't want to eat a fucking burger from IHOP. Most McDonald's are open 24 hours a day. I'll go to one of them.
Location is on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, and the sign has already been changed to IHOB.
IHOB posted a video on its Twitter page just a few minutes ago, and guess what? Even after all this hype, it's not a permanent name change. Ooh. No, it's only going to be there to promote the new burger on the menu. So don't panic. Your pancakes are safe.
Nobody is panicking, sir. It's a fucking pancake place that could be easily replaced by the hundreds of other pancake places.
And I gotta say,
I agree with Dr. Brony. Local over franchise, hell fucking yeah. If you could find a local place, the problem is with a lot of these local places, well, I guess not if you're up in the Northeast, but at least down here. As I know when I was up in New York and New Jersey, and I went to a lot of diners which are open 24, with Dennis, who's in the chat, as a matter of fact. But down here, there's not a lot of local 24-hour places. However, there is a lot of local places that sell breakfast and stuff like that. And of course, I would always rather go to a fucking local place than go to fucking stupid IHOP where all the syrup things are sticking there and they're all sticky. You have to get fucking syrup all over your hands. You want to pour it. And is it just me, or does it gross anybody else out that they just leave the syrups on the table? You know, like they leave them there all the time. And I just feel like doesn't that open it up for shit to get in there? And I don't know. It's something about it grosses me out. And honestly, I'm not even a big syrup guy. I know, you're going to call me a faggot. That's fine. I prefer a little peanut butter on my pancakes. That's how I fucking roll. Put peanut butter, even honey, a little honey on my pancakes. I don't want to be. I hate going to fucking pancake places where people just drown them in syrup. It's like fucking just drink sugar water. Then at that point, you're not enjoying the goddamn pancakes.
IHOP has some guts to open where it did because it's right across the street from an In-N-Out.
Oh,
that better be a good. That better be a good burger. I'll tell you what.
Right about that.
Yeah.
They save money on the letter, though. They didn't have to buy a new one.
They just flip it over.
That's true.
Quick flip. That's true.
Oh, is there nothing better than local news banter? That's all these people pretending to be fucking friends. Just flip the letter over. Fucking idiots. Yeah, they're getting a lot of fucking flack. I think Wendy's was hit at them. Burger King made fun of them. Sure, they're all yeah. How's it news exactly? By the way, Lamosha, this is a very good point. This is news in L.A. because they don't have any other problems over there. You can't even fucking take a shower. You can't take a shower and wash your clothes on the same day over there. But no, this is what it's important. IHOP is selling burgers. Have you ever seen? And this isn't just IHOP. This will include a Denny's or any one of these places. Have you ever walked in there and seen any short order cook at 3 in the morning that wanted to be there? Because I have never seen that. I have never walked in there and seen a short order cook that has wanted to be there, that wanted to be working and serve you because you're in there. And by the way, the clientele at 3 a.m. is fucking terrible. I don't know how many fights I've almost seen at Starbucks, how many people I've seen throwing up on a table, falling asleep, on a fucking table. It's fucking gross. I always said it a couple times, but whenever I eat at an IHOP, I feel like I'm in a Coen Brothers movie. It's always like really dreary and just sad, you know, like nobody's ever smiled at an IHOP on purpose, you know? And again, people have this fight with me, and you guys tell me if I am correct or not, but people have told me that Waffle Houses are better in like other states, but in Florida, Waffle Houses are fucking gross. Like they're basically like sheds that have a griddle in them. They are fucking gross. Trolita says she's gotten free food from free dinners from IHOP because other people were fighting. Yeah, man, people are always fighting. But anyway, back to Waffle House. Yeah, Waffle House is like when I used to work at Burger King when I was I used to work at Burger King when I was younger. When I was from when I was 14 till I was 19, I worked at a Burger King, and I worked my way up to be a manager, just so you know, because I have management potential. And right next to the Burger King, there was a Waffle House, and we called it the Murder House because somebody went in there and killed 2 people and wounded another one and put them all in the freezer and stole their money. And by the way, they were open the next day because you can't lose that income. But they always called it the Murder House over there. I could maybe keep going. I'm just looking at the time here. I'm not really used to doing this solo show stuff. I should have done a little bit more prep. But like I said, I wanted to work out the kinks. And thank you for everyone that's donated. I really fucking appreciate it. I cannot tell you how much it means to me, because a lot of the money is going to go back to ROTC. It's going to go to making all this a full-time job, and I want to keep doing these Daywave shows, even though it's nighttime. I'm going to try to do some during the day, but I know you guys are always working and stuff like that, but I'll do them. You know, obviously I won't overlap with Mike. When Mike's doing them, I won't be doing the shows, but we try to give you as much content. Oh, by the way, sad news. I was looking at some point this week to doing the Quantum Leap Jimmy episode, which is the retard episode, and it's not on YouTube anymore. I mean, I could get it, obviously, but my fear is now, since it's not on YouTube, if we do it, that I'll get fucking popped. So I'm trying to find a workaround for that, because I definitely want to do that Quantum Leap retard episode. Because I'm a big Scott Bakula fan. For those who don't know, I've been rewatching Star Trek Enterprise recently. And by the way, the worst part about that show is the theme song. But outside of that, it's a pretty good show. I enjoy it. I'm a nerd, so you might get a little bit more nerd content with me than you do with Mersh. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow with a full show. Hopefully, if the power doesn't fucking go out. Maybe even more video game stuff and stuff like that. And I'll even open up the phone lines if you guys want to talk. If there's anything you want to talk about, anything you ever wanted to ask me, please go ahead and call. And I'll be happy to answer you guys. I have one more thing. It's not something that I would say is funny per se, but it is kind of something that I wanted to bring up, and it's Venezuela, because we talk about it a lot on Revenge of the Sis, which, by the way, follow us there, youtube.com/Revenge of the Sis. And it was Trolito's right. Enterprise was given a hard time. Voyager was way worse. Yes, I agree. Enterprise is better. I thought, and by the way, Enterprise had the hot Vulcan to Paul. She was totally smoking hot. But anyway, I wanted to do one more thing, I guess, here before we wrap up. Maybe it'll get us to midnight. I'm not really sure. But we talk about it a lot, and that's the whole socialism thing. And for those people that don't know, I mean, everyone knows. I talk about it all the time. But my grandparents and my mom and my dad's grandparents, everybody in my family is from Cuba. They were born in Cuba, and they fled to America because of Castro and Che Guevara. Because of the socialist regime that completely destroyed the country. And right now, something similar is happening in Venezuela. And the reason I say Venezuela like a Spanish person, because I'm Spanish, so fucking don't criticize me. My first language was Spanish, believe it or not. And I wanted to give a little breakdown at what's happening in Venezuela. Now, remember, it's very important to point out that Bernie Sanders says the American dream could be found in places like Venezuela now. Turns out that's not true. Now, this kind of bums me out because the only place that actually gave a good, and I've watched all these videos all the time, but gave a good breakdown of what's happening in Venezuela is Al Jazeera, because a lot of these mainstream media places don't want to explain that it is socialism that is breaking this country. They need to keep that Marxist theory alive. They have to blame it on something else. So this is a little thing, and I'm obviously going to comment through it with my opinions, but it's from riches to rags, Venezuela's economic crisis, the big picture.
The economy is going into a spiral of dysfunctionality.
Venezuela has, of today, the highest inflation in the world.
Venezuelans today cannot eat. You see people eating from the garbage.
Hospitals that have massive deaths of newborns, and there is no access to medication.
A cycle of violence and street protest.
December 1998. Hugo Chavez is elected president of Venezuela. By the way, Hugo Chavez, should be noted, fucking BFFs with Fidel Castro at the time. Him and Castro would visit each other all the time. Same mentality, a very 100% social mindset, Marxist mindset, 100% government control. With plans to tackle poverty and redistribute Venezuela's vast oil wealth.
Chavez was seen very much so as, a man of the people, the poorer people. And he identified with them, and he loved them, and they loved him.
He did not love them. He was taking advantage of them. Okay? So let's point that out. He wanted control of the vast oil wealth that was going on in Venezuela.
He was a very popular. He was very imaginative.
Yes, that is true. He was very popular. And just like Bernie Sanders was very popular. Like I've always said, socialism, communism, Marxism, on fucking paper, it looks amazing. Everybody gets a fair share, man. Everybody puts into the pot. What if we all like lived in this commune where like I grew tomatoes and you grew bananas and we just traded like nobody would need to work? It's not real life, okay? Capitalism has taken more people out of poverty than anything else. So yes, Chavez was a very, very, very popular figure in Venezuela because he appealed to the lower class people and said that he was going to help them out.
But Chavez had a base of oil. He had a cash cow that never a leader in Venezuela had before.
When Chavez first came to power, oil was at roughly $7 to $9 a barrel. But by 2004, 2005, we're looking at oil price per barrel lifting at over $100 a barrel.
Oof. He has power and he has money. And so he decides new forms of social policies.
Social policies.
That can distribute the oil revenues in a
redistribution of wealth.
A more massive way downwards towards those that more need it, to the poor.
Esta nuestra opción de darle poder al pueblo y especialmente a los más pobres, a los más débiles para que se levanten. Esta nuestra opción de construir un modelo económico.
Basically, something you would hear in a Bernie Sanders fucking speech.
Desarrollado, moderno, productivo, diversificado, desarrollar al país.
So he went to Cuba, and Cuba came up with a bunch of new social programs, massive new social programs for healthcare, for access to food, and for scholarships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great example. Go to Cuba. They're the model you want to base your country off of. Cuba.
A whole raft of these so-called misiones, the social programs, which give people citizenship rights, identity cards, access to job training, access to breakfast clubs, university systems. So this is a very comprehensive effort to deliver basic social services.
Translation: socialism on a mass scale.
What this is doing, though, is essentially still using oil as that redemptive quality to bring social change, while bringing social change, deepening the dependence on oil, and he can do this while the prices of oil are high.
The whole strategy of Chavismo initially was about diversification of the economy, reducing Venezuela's vulnerability to oil price bust. And in the initial Chavista model, this was hinged very much around processes of land reform, trying to reduce Venezuela's dependence on agricultural imports and food imports. What happens after the presidential elections of 2006 is that Chavez is bringing oil straight back into the center of Venezuela's economic model.
He had
put all their eggs in the fucking oil basket is what they did.
A high price of oil. And he had access to finance. He could borrow as if it was going out of fashion.
And he did. He did borrow like it was going out of fashion.
So he decided that that was the moment to radicalize the process.
Todo aquello que fue privatizado, nacionalizado.
All those things that were privatized will be nationalized, okay? Now keep in mind, this is the end game of socialism, is to take away private businesses, take away capitalism, and have the government run everything because the government knows best. You're just a bunch of plebs that don't know what you're doing.
The Venezuelan government begins to embark on a very ad hoc, very clumsy process of nationalization. Nationalizing really big...
By the way, nationalization, let's translate that, socialist government, leaning very, very closely at this point to communism.
Heavy state assets. So we're talking about the electricity sector, the oil sector, the telecommunications sector.
He also went out and bought the Banco de Venezuela from the Spanish bank Santander.
He bought the main bank of Venezuela. The government owned the bank.
They went out and bought all the cement companies.
The country lost most of its private business. People were prosecuted. Their assets were taken by the state. Chavez thought that didn't matter because he had resources to import.
We're importing to medicines, we're importing clothes, we're importing cars, we're importing everything. And we destroy the production capacity of the country. He really doesn't have an economic model more than bring back everything to the state control.
He's trying to understand what socialism looks like in Venezuela. And that's a big challenge. Because again, no one has done that yet.
It looks like exactly what it looks like in Cuba and exactly what it looks like in every place that has ever tried it. It fucking fails. It fucking fails. Every single time. It is, like people are saying in the chat, it's a fucking Ponzi scheme. Do you not understand that? That's what it looks like. It looks fucking terrible. You have an exact model of it that's been going on since the 50s in Cuba. You could see what it looks like, which means no new cars, people are starving, water rations, food lines, and lines for medicine and hospital care. Citizens don't get internet.
So at one level, does it mean creating parallel institutions?
You have basically a parallel state structure. Instead of reforming ministries and institutions, simply creating parallel structures such as the misiones themselves. So you've got high levels of expenditure on bureaucracy, on duplication of responsibility. All of this is becoming very onerous and expensive. The only way that this model can be sustained for Venezuela is through foreign borrowing.
They used the period of the oil boom from 2004 to 2014 to sextuple the public debt.
As oil prices went up.
That's my wedding song.
Venezuela spent it all. They didn't set any money aside in a sovereign wealth fund and a rainy day fund. So they've got money in case things go down. Everybody in the oil industry knows oil prices are cyclical.
By 2012, oil accounted for 95% of Venezuela's exports. Prices were soaring at over $100 per barrel. But as oil prices peak, Chavez's health declined.
Chavez gets sick. He gets cancer. Meanwhile, many things began to unravel.
Capital markets said, these guys are borrowing as if it was going out of fashion.
Just
so
like
they
a
sort
sweatsuit.
of started to stop lending to the country.
The economy starts to go down. People begin to say, wait a minute, before it's all gone, I'm going to get my piece of it.
Now, when Chavez had first come to power, he had said that essentially there was going to be a hard hand, an iron fist against these problems of corruption. But the reality was that absolutely nothing was done. So the end result is kind of decay of the Chavista Bolivarian revolution and a state which is becoming more and more indebted.
The biggest sucker in Venezuelan history is the guy who's going to follow Chavez as president. And that's exactly what happened.
He died of cancer in 2013. Handpicked successor, Carlos Maduro. By the way, Maduro ran again recently, and he took off his only opposition, took him off the ballot, so no one else could run against him.
Maduro has inherited a legacy of oil dependence at a period when Venezuela has gone bust and at a time when the oil price has gone bust.
In 2014, the economy was doing poorly, but...
And remember, in 2014, 2015 is when Bernie Sanders said the American dream could be more sought out in places like Venezuela. I want to point that out to you fucking millennial fucking little idiots that think Bernie Sanders has it fucking solved. This is what he was looking at. This country now that people are eating dogs.
As of June 2014, the price of oil started to go down.
When the oil price started dropping, the government had a severe debt and did not have enough dollars to buy the food imports and the medicine imports and all the good imports that it was buying before. And so from one day to the other, the scarcity overwhelmed the country. The basic food, milk, rice, soap, toothpaste, these things disappeared.
Venezuela's total stock of foreign debt is about $150 billion. It's seeking to try and renegotiate with bondholders, but the problem is that these sanctions that the US has imposed make it very difficult for Venezuela to roll over its debt.
Of course, it's the U.S.'s fault because they put sanctions against a communist regime. Of course, it's always our fault, guys. It's always our fault. They let a fucking dictator in to take over, socialize every aspect of the country. The U.S. put sanctions on it because it's a terrible thing, and now we're the assholes.
The collapse of economic activity that started in 2014 worsened in 2015 and then went down the drain in 2016 and 2017.
I don't like Venezuelan Rob Reiner.
Makes this period from 2013 onwards the largest recession in the Western Hemisphere history, almost twice as large as the Great Depression of the US.
Yep. Inflation is set to reach 13,000%. This is true. World of Warcraft money is worth more than the Venezuelan dollar right now. Just so you guys understand how great socialism works.
Maduro has simply not addressed any of the problems or the legacy that he inherited from President Chavez.
And that's been very difficult for people who are not in that elite, loyalist circle around Maduro, profiting and benefiting and living the high life because they don't have to worry about going shopping every day or paying their bills. You know, the people actually in the street who are experiencing the dramatic and detrimental effects of the economic crisis.
I feel really bad for these people, man. I really do. And I guess I have a soft spot because of my family and the stories that I heard, and my grandfather to this day still sending stuff over to Cuba, and it sucks. This is people without power. They were duped. They were duped. They were promised all these things, all of the Bernie Sanders. I know I keep saying it, but it's important to me that I drill that into people's head. I've always said, good luck trying to sell a Cuban or a Venezuelan on socialism. It's not going to work. A lot of them are going to Trinidad, and Trinidad is a humongous immigration problem for Venezuelans trying to live there. The Kellogg's, the last cereal, there was a cereal factory. The government is now taking it over. Now it's all government cereal.
Are the ones who are saying, wait a minute, something's not right here. You know, and in the end, you know, Maduro can wipe his hands clean of as much as he wants, but he is the president. So he becomes the one who is responsible.
By the way, that graffiti, here, I'll translate it for you now. That graffiti says, tenemos hambre, which means we are hungry. So just so you know, dictator, we are hungry. Just to show you over there, they're not spray painting Bugs Bunny wearing Nike or whatever the fucking shit they spray paint now. I'm so out of touch with fucking kids, but they're spray painting. They're fucking hungry.
The one who is responsible.
No, it's not Harambe. It's tenemos hambre. But R.I.P. Harambe. That is what is going on in Venezuela. And that is what I'm always talking about and always worried about. And I know I sound like a fucking broken record when it comes to socialism. It never fucking works. Never works. Like you guys said in the chat, it's a Ponzi scheme. They try to sell you on this beautiful utopia, and every time it doesn't work, you have the apologist, of course, says, no, but that wasn't actual socialism. Yeah, well, guess what? Almost socialism has killed a lot of people. Almost capitalism invented the fucking iPhone. So I'll take my fucking chances with almost capitalism. Yes, I am aware that there's shitty corporations that prey on people. But at least in a free market, another company can come by and fucking say, hey, we're gonna price you out of the market. Remember for a while there, the phone companies used to give you minutes? And now, because of competition, you get unlimited data now. Fucking minutes is a thing of the fucking past. Capitalism makes prices go down. It creates jobs. Deregulating the market helps. We have the lowest Black and Hispanic unemployment in the history of the United States. And that is not due in part to anything Obama did. That is due in parts to the deregulation and the opening up of the market. The market has gone up 40% since a Republican president and Republican policies have gone in there. I don't like a lot of the stuff Trump did, but a lot of the stuff he did is great. His policy has been fucking great. And then when you watch things like this, I think everybody that is thinking of voting for socialism or voting for some socialist asshole or voting for Bernie Sanders should be made to watch that video and see what happens when a country goes full socialism. Now, I know I always hear the same thing from these fucking idiots, from these leftist fucking socialist idiots. It's like I always hear the same thing. Which like Social Security, that's socialized. Yes, and there's that's not socialism. Do you understand? There's a difference between some social programs and some safety nets and complete government takeover, because that's what full socialism is. And don't let anybody fool you. There's no such thing as democratic socialism. There is no such thing. Socialism is government control, is 100% government control. And I'll say this, I feel really, really bad for whoever's going to have to run against Trump in 2020. They're going to have to run on raising the taxes, and that doesn't work. Ask George Bush Sr. Ask him. Ask him if that worked. You cannot run on raising taxes. It doesn't fucking work. I will take my chance with free trade. America's pretty fucking amazing. And I don't say that in the boomer way, like America, rock, flag, and eagle. I say it in the way, and the alternative was, man, in an alternate universe, I'm some fucking idiot. I'm some poor kid living in Cuba who doesn't have hot water, which is fucking terrible. And by the way, I never plug Vice, but I would recommend, and maybe we'll go through this. Maybe this will be on the next Daywave show. Vice did a whole thing on what it's like living in Cuba. It's really interesting how they don't have internet, how they have this flash drive system. I think we'll do that. I'm going to do that on the next Daywave show. Because I think it's really important that by the way, this comes in waves, man. You know, just like the red commie thread, this always happens. These kids come up, the fucking professors indoctrinate them. Socialism's fucking amazing. It's so cool. Everybody gets something, man. Socialism is the lazy person's way out. It's a person who does not want to fucking apply themselves and put forth effort to make something of themselves and work hard. Look, don't get me wrong. People are put in shitty situations. Do I believe there should be some sort of social safety net? Of course I do. We're America. We should be able to have a social safety net. However, I think it should be used by people that need it. I think the social safety net is too often abused by people that don't need it. Not people that have kids because it gives them money. People coming here illegally and abusing our social system when we have vets that are fucking homeless. I think that is what's wrong with it. I think that we need to be tighter and stricter about who gets these programs, what people need it. Because look, I think that anybody with a heart, because conservatives always get, oh, you fucking guys, you don't care, you want people to starve. Not fucking true. Statistically speaking, conservatives and right-leaning people give more to charities than anybody else. And a lot of people say, oh, it's because you get tax write-offs. Okay, yeah, sure, maybe it's because of tax write-offs. Let's say all these conservatives have no hearts. They still give more. Even if it's because of the tax write-off to charities, that money is going to people that fucking need it. Instead, and this is what's always boggled my mind, all these bleeding heart leftists, they want to give money to the fucking government. They want the government to have the money. They want to add an extra middleman. And then once you pay your taxes and you give them the money, you have no fucking say where that money goes. Look at what happened in the 8 years of Obama. Your money, our money, my money was spent on things that we didn't need. We fucking gave how much money to fucking Iran, to Pakistan, to these fucking countries with terrible human rights records? Are you fucking kidding me? And that's why I would rather be responsible for my money. I honestly believe if you have money and you go, and you don't have to be religious, but you give money to your church. Church helps people. There's plenty of donations. You give if you don't have time, you give money to people that need it. I would rather know that if I'm donating money, it's going to somebody that actually fucking needs it. Not to the government, not to deciding what Bernie Sanders and who's the people that need it. Because before we know it, and we just watched the Pride Parade, we're going to be giving a safety net to trannies who want to cut their dicks off because they're victims. Enough. Fucking enough. Don't let anybody ever fucking fool you or tell you that socialism is awesome or that it's great, because the end goal of socialism is communism. That is what they want. They are jealous. Socialism is run by jealousy. It's run by people jealous of you making more money than them, working harder than them, and doing more than they are. And I don't know if that's... look, Trump won, so I guess that's getting through some people's heads. But let's be fair. He won by a very narrow margin, and that's scary to me. That's scary to me that the young people that are coming up, I keep hearing are the most conservative, but we'll see, because it really does concern me. Seeing some stuff that some of these fucking ANCAP people and these socialist Democrats things are posting. They have this theory that has never, since been created, ever worked out to benefit anybody. And by the way, I don't want to fucking hear Holland and Norway and Switzerland and all these places. That's still not real socialism. Yes, they have some socialist stuff, but not everything is run by the fucking government. And also, yeah, go ahead if you want to pay 50% of your taxes. No, thank you. I'd rather keep my dollars. I would rather have a flat tax. I've always said that. Ron Paul fucking libertarian is what I've always been. I would rather keep my money. And I really do believe that the private sector could provide. It could even provide for people that are in need. But yeah, man, socialism really gets me fucking hot. And these fucking idiots and these college professors pretending like they know more because they sat down in a class and have never worked a real fucking job in their life. These fucking professors are all goddamn scam artists. They've never worked a real job in their fucking lives, ever worked a real job, and they're telling you how the country should be run while they sit there with their fucking office hours and they're banging their 20-year-old students. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Yeah, I think that's about it for this show, guys. I went to midnight. I know it was just working out the kinks, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to help me out, you have my Streamlabs down there. I'll be doing more of these. Just follow me, Hippo Juice Film, on Twitter. HIPPOJUICEFILM on Twitter, or on Facebook. Just search for Royce Lopez. You'll see me. I'm the one who hates hippies in my profile. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening, guys. It's midnight for me. Not all of us live in the dreaded West Coast. Okay, I don't want to fucking hear it. But yeah, the show will be up later on the thing if you missed the beginning of it. I'm going to do more of these. Thank you so much. I know I got on my soapbox there in the end, but God, socialism makes me really fucking angry. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, tomorrow, Revenge of the Sis will be live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully a full show if the power keeps up. It should. I don't see any rain in tomorrow's forecast. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for everyone who donated. I really, really, really appreciated it. See you guys tomorrow. I am out of here with a Daywave Radio.